Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is the Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Charles Bostick.
And I'm Robert Chatman.
High school juniors and seniors visit campus on University Preview Day. More than 250 students took part, in addition to parents and teachers. SAU representatives were on hand in the Bruce Center to answer questions and distribute academic information. The President's ambassadors conducted campus tours. University Preview Day is designed as a recruitment tool with high school students encouraged to consider SAU.
A number of events took place on University Preview Day. 4 professors conducted many lectures. Topics included computers in business, American literature, animal science, and finding social science information quickly on the internet. High school students also learned about financial aid, admissions, housing, and Greek life. The day's agenda included a hamburger cookout, dance workshop, games, and the Miss SAU pageant. Students also had the opportunity to drop in on 17 different classes during the day.
The city of Magnolia and SAU are joining forces to plan a community center. Magnolia Mayor Lane Jean and SAU President Dr. David Rankin are exploring funding options. The mayor indicates Magnolia could attract regional events or shows with a community or civic center. Jean says such events might include gun and boat shows, hunting expeditions, and state basketball tournaments. SAU is awaiting word for the funding of the new campus facility that would replace the Bruce Center.
The physical plant is finalizing major changes in its power grid. More than $135,000 for improvements came from the state legislature. A power sweep during the fall semester showed major problems with the transformer. The system would have failed under heavy student use. Minor problems have been worked on during the academic year. Backup generation equipment was installed in a milk barn on the SAU farm. Power grid changes should result in an energy savings of $24,000.
Members of the SAU chapter of Phi Beta Lambda would like to thank all those who contributed to the recent fundraiser for Arkansas Children's Hospital. The successful fundraiser started in September and has continued through March. Because of the many generous donations, Phi Beta Lambda was able to collect almost $1,200 in donations and $500 in toys for needy children in the hospital.
Dr. Terry Todd has been named Dean of School of Business Administration. Dr. Todd has been serving as interim dean since January 1st. A certified public accountant, Dr. Todd has served as chair of accounting and computer information systems and is currently task force director for business school accreditation. This has been a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Robert Chatman.
And I'm Charles Bostick.
With an SAU profile, I'm Leah Steelman. Martha Bass, Director of the Circulation Department at Miguel Library, will be assisting students and faculty no more. Bass, originally from Alabama, has accepted a job at the University of Alabama Library, where she will catalog. Bass has been at SAU since August 1985. She began in cataloging and eventually worked in every element of Miguel Library operations. Her most recent responsibility is in circulation, class instruction, and telling incoming freshmen about the library. Bass is very involved in her church, First Presbyterian, and is a member of the church choir. She volunteers with Habitat for Humanity. Bass has decided to leave SAU to be closer to her family. Her presence will be missed, but her 17 years of service has bettered Miguel Library and the lives of students. With an SAU profile, I'm Leah Steelman.
SAU Sports, I'm Tabitha Taylor. SAU has moved up 3 places from 13th to 10th in the NCAA Division II baseball poll. The Mule Riders, 19-6 for the season, are the only team still unbeaten in Gulf South Conference West Division play with a 5-0 start. SAU has now won 7 games in a row and 13 of their last 14. Delta State is the highest-ranked GSC team in the poll at 5th place, with East Division Valdosta State next at number 7. Right behind SAU in 11th place is Alabama Huntsville with a 12-4 record. The Riders play Kansas Newman this week at home. SAU was finally able to play the University of Central Arkansas in Conway, but still unable to get the 3-game series completed. After Saturday's scheduled games were postponed, SAU and UCA were able to play on Sunday in the mud. The Riders won 2 out of the 3 games played. The women's tennis team breezed past Bossier Parish Community College as the Riderettes post a 7-2 tennis win. In singles play, Amy Thomas defeated Devin Whitmore 6-2, 6-1, and Karen Garner defeated Marty Webb 6-1, 6-1. Stockton recently joined the tennis team after finishing her basketball season. In women's softball, Barry University of Florida shut out the Riderettes 4-0 Saturday to complete a 3-game sweep of the Riderettes. This made SAU fall to 9-16. Casey Blackwood went the distance for SAU, giving up 3 earned runs, walking none, and fanning 3 to fall to 5-6 for the season. The Riderettes were out-hit 11-5, and each team had 2 errors. The Riderettes meet Wisconsin Superior here next Friday in a doubleheader starting at noon. SAU Sports, I'm Tabitha Taylor.
With commentary, I'm Matt Gatlin.
And I'm Dallas Short.
SAU's dining services have been given a bad rap in recent years.
However, the problem doesn't only lie within the staff of SAU's cafeteria. It also comes from a disrespectful student body.
This treatment has gone on for years. The student body of SAU takes what these people do for them every day for granted.
They are treated as waiters and busboys. Dirty dishes are left on tables, even when it is very easy to drop these off on the conveyor belt to be sent to the washing area.
The dining services staff are trying to create a nice, clean atmosphere for the student dining experience and are given very little respect.
Are there problems with portion sizes?
Yes, but students can come back for seconds.
In fact, overall food service is probably at its highest level of competence.
Please respect and value your dining services staff, and they will respect and value you. With commentary, I'm Matt Gatlin.
And I'm Dallas Short.
With an SAU police log, I'm Shannon Watson.
And I'm Tasha Hicks.
On March 1st, Jennifer Scott reported criminal mischief to her vehicle while it had been parked in the business building parking lot.
On March 4th, Ontario Mellett reported the theft of his backpack that had been stolen from the cafeteria in January. The backpack was recovered, but 2 textbooks were taken.
Also on March 4th, Brittany Scarborough reported the theft of her backpack from the Green Hall front desk. The pack was recovered, but 3 textbooks and a calculator were missing. The case is under investigation. There are no suspects or witnesses at this time.
On March 7th, LaTroy Hamlin was issued a citation for leaving the scene of an accident after striking a concrete sign holder on East Lane and driving off. The sign rolled in front of the vehicle of Tanisha Green, causing minor damage.
On March 8th, Corey Espinoza reported someone entered his room in Green Hall and took 6 PlayStation games, a calculator, and a compact Presario computer. The case is under investigation.
On March 10th, Larry Harper and Marsha Walters were arrested following a vehicle search which produced 4 marijuana cigarettes and 4 bags of marijuana. Both were booked at the Columbia County Sheriff's Office.
A walking escort service is available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. To request an escort, call extension 4100. Give your name, social security number, and the nearest exit door to your location. Student patrol or a police officer will meet you at that building door and walk with you to any area on campus. Student patrol works at night in residence hall parking areas to provide extra safety for student vehicles.
Presentations for organizations are available, included but not limited to alcohol awareness, sexual assaults, self-defense for women. UPD tailors presentations to meet the needs of organizations. With an SAU police log, I'm Tasha Hicks.
And I'm Shannon Watson.
I'm Monica Rasmussen.
And I'm Liz Mattern.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. Upward Bound needs peer tutor counselors for summer 2002 from May 28th to July 12th. The job requires one to supervise and tutor Upward Bound students in the residence halls. They also must maintain and assist with activities. Applications are due April 15th. Upward Bound is also looking for drivers to transport high school students to and from SAU for weekly meetings.
Substitute teachers are wanted at Magnolia Public Schools. The wage is $45 per day and the work hours are 8 or 9 a.m. until 1:30 or 3:15 p.m. Apply at the superintendent's office. The University Technology Service is looking for lab operator assistant.
If anyone is interested, bring your class schedule and completed application to the first floor of Dolph Camp. I'm Liz Mattern.
And I'm Monica Rasmussen.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Matthew Johnson.
And I'm Christie Roden.
The Miss SAU pageant was held Thursday night, March 7th in Harton Theater. 7 contestants entered to win the top prize, scholarship money for 2 semesters. Second runner-up was Misty Hawley, a mass communications major from Prescott. First runner-up was Courtney Davis, a criminal justice major from Stamps. Finally, the reigning Miss SAU, Corey Harris, gave up her crown to Crystal Easterling, an accounting and finance major from Bearden.
Everyone is encouraged to come by Brinson Fine Arts to see the art department's new gallery. Charles Jones, a printmaking professor at Stephen F. Austin University in Nacogdoches, Texas, is showing a series of woodcuts and engravings titled Literature in Print. The show features portraits of various literary and visual artists such as William Faulkner, Samuel Beckett, and James Joyce. The show will be open through the first week in April, and the artist himself will appear for a discussion of his art at the end of the month. For further information, contact SAU art professor Scott Stout.
This week, the South Arkansas Symphony Guild presented Veterans of the Junior Charity League Follies in the Best of Broadway, a benefit dinner theater that raised money for the South Arkansas Symphony. There was singing and playing of old familiar show tunes from The Music Man, Cats, Phantom of the Opera, and many others. The Best of Broadway was held at the West Weiser Memorial Gym on Green Street. Contributions were $25 a person.
This week at the Magnolia Junior High Auditorium, the Young at Heart Big Band performed great songs from the 30s and 40s in a program called Alcoa Presents. From 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., the band entertained a delighted audience with songs by Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Glenn Miller, the Dorsey Brothers, and many more. The program was free and sponsored in part by Magnolia Arts. Other presentations are scheduled as part of future events. And that's this week's entertainment news.
The SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program features a wide variety of professional experiences.
Students are responsible for producing and marketing radio and television programs each semester.
SAU Magazine, a radio news program, is available to stations in Arkansas and bordering states.
The SAU Report, a television interview program, is available to cable systems in southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas.
More than a dozen courses are offered in the SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program.
Writing, reporting, and hands-on experiences are stressed in these courses.
In addition, graduating students are more perceptive analysts of mass communication and broadcast journalism.
They are very competitive in the job field and for opportunities as graduate students.
Information about the Broadcast Journalism degree program can be found on the internet at saumag.edu.
That's saumag.edu for an excellent educational opportunity.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Shelley Glover. Spring break takes place at Southern Arkansas University. No classes are scheduled during the week of Monday, March 18th through Friday, March 22nd. One event that will take place is a staff luncheon on March 18th. It will recognize those who have been awarded Mary Anna King Whitehead Excellence Awards. Nominations for the awards were due at the end of February. Also on the 18th, BCM mission trip going to Illinois and South Carolina, and students from the School of Business are going on a trip to Mexico. On Tuesday, March 19th and Wednesday the 20th, no events are scheduled. On Thursday, ABS Blast, 6 o'clock p.m., MBSF Prayer and Praise at 7:30. Friday, March 22nd and Saturday the 23rd, no events are scheduled. Residence halls will reopen on Sunday, March 24th, with all classes resuming on Monday, March 25th. And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.